Charles the Fourth, King of...
Yeah. 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 Magkádba! Ezt betalál!
Fucking come on then!
Come here!
You'll get what for.
You get what for?
Bring it! Get him!
Bollocks!
Stop! Please! Spare me! I yield! Christ!
Good health to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin. Take care now.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
What do you say to this?
Well... Finally.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin. The Lord watch over you.
Can we trade?
If you've got... God be with you.
Can we trade?
If God be with you.
Let's have a word.
Sure.
Is this enough?
A nice sum. Just... Aye.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
That'll be Lubosh. Gallows bait if I ever saw one. His place is at the end of the village, next to the stream. Take him and welcome.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you. To Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
I want to learn to read. Who should I go and see?
There's a retired scribe in Uzhitz. He could teach you.
Another thing about Lubosh. What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Armour? Well, it seems Lubosh wasn't your everyday crofter. And judging by the bloodstains, it looks like he lived the way he died. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning. But who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day. Nothing here. Nothing unusual. A bed.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Another thing about Lubosh. I found armor in his house, covered in blood.
God preserve us. Everyone knows he was a violent oaf, but I never thought he'd stoop to murder. At least he never did that here. Good luck to you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Greeting.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating.
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Those that live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm not surprised the end he came to.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
How would I know?
Have you noticed anything
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
I don't know, since I don't go to ale houses.
That's all. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of...
Of course.
That man Lubosh who was murdered.
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much. I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof...
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates.
Do you know anyone...
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish...
I don't know nothing about it.
That man Lubosh who was...
I didn't really know him.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof...
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh...
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us.
That's all. Thank you.
I'd like you to show me how...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right. Now pay close attention.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Take care now.
Come now! Good health to you. Farewell.
What was that?
You've no business here. Clear off.
What the hell was that? Jesus Christ, God be with you.
Greetings.
I've come in the name of...
I don't know how I can help.
Who was this, Lou?
You could see at first glance he was no good.
Have you noticed anything?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church.
Do you know what Lou Bot...
I don't think he was hurt.
Do you know who Lou Bot...
As far as I know.
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you. Good luck to you.
God be with you.
May the Lord watch over you.
The parish priest here in...
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest son. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Good luck to you.
God be with you.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy.
All right. I don't want to waste time.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your...
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
My respect. May the Lord watch over you.
Mushrooms, apples, carrots, cabbage.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who is it? Who's there? Answer me. Good evening.
I've come in the name of Sir
I don't know how I can help you.
That's all.
Goodbye.
Jesus Christ.
I've come in the...
Of course,
That's all.
God be with you.
What? Who's there? Jesus Christ. Take care.
Good evening.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish.
Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast. And lazy too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel?
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with?
He was always a loner. Except lately, he started...
That's all.
Goodbye.
Good day to you. God be with you.
Mother of... Take care.
Good evening. Good luck then.
God be...
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish.
Sir Hanush gives it...
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made it.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
I didn't see much of him lately, not even in the tavern. Not until yesterday in church, as it happens.
Do you know what Lubosh was...
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he... Jesus.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to...
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin.
That's all.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Jesus Christ be praised.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of...
I don't know nothing of...
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Is there anything suspicious?
Indeed there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either. And there's more. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. Take care now.
Jesus Christ.
I've come in the name...
I don't know nothing about...
That's all.
May the Lord watch over you.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm
One
sorry.
beer for me.
What about your kin?
Ale for me.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovner. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noel? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
No, you're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't...
Don't you think it's a bit odd when...
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panu niesej smutek, dodnielo i rano utek, niech już małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne saje brak. Už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejmě jich učit. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si huby jako poslední den. Buďme s vámi, ano ráda s vámi, a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu soudnej den. Tak nalej mi hned a točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Help! God! Do something quick!
Quick, for God's sake, they're crawling there! Do something!
You! Stop right where you are!
Alright, you win.
I've heard reports about you picking fights with people. Well, you won't forget this in a hurry.
All right, here you are.
You've paid for your crimes. I hope you've learned your lesson.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
Can I sleep here?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just the one night?
All right. Money up front, though.
Here you go.
You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready. May the Lord watch over you.
Good morning. Of course.
I mean here, in the presbytery.
Yeah.
In the presbytery. With...
Yes.
Yeah.
So why are you surprised Godwin likes me too?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Carrots and apples, picked today to...
Jesus Christ. Take care now.
Asparagus that'll cut you in half, and a cucumber that'll cure what ails you.
God be with you.
About that debt.
Here you are.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you're a man. May the Lord watch over you.
I'd like to discuss the price.
No.
My respect. Take care now.
May the Lord watch over you.